Hey folks, let's go to CSSBattle.dev and do the daily target. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. And is a bunch of shapes. Shapes with very specific characteristics. I suspect the right way to do this is 3 elements, if not 4. So as I think about it, and it kind of has me thinking something like border border solid 10 pixels, sure, padding 10 pixels, background, the color, and set body content, body content box. That's it. That's what I think it is. I knew it. I just wasn't sure exactly what it was. All right, so that's how you make a box with the particular characteristics. Then it's about margins. 40, 30, 100, 0, 40. Okay. Let's adjust some numbers. We'll just do 1 to begin with. Is that 100? No, too much. 60, 70, 80, 82. 200. Now 2000. 2, 20, 30, 40, 42. And then that height is what? That height is 40 or something? No, 30, 20. That's with a box model that doesn't account for the sizing and the padding. So that's the middle part is 20 pixels tall, and then another 10 pixels of padding, and then another 10 pixels of border. And I don't need a unit on padding, which I don't think about that very often, but I'm thinking about it now. All right, so let's make this a variable. Var margin. And then we're going to make 2 more, right? I think. All right. So I kind of want to see, can I adjust this number and get 1 for free? 10, 20, 30, 40. I can't. No, there it is. 100. There's 100. And then this third one, we'll call it C, even though we don't have a B. We might not need it. Margin top minus 100 pixels. Background. Just because I don't want to get confused. Okay, so the margins on that guy we're going to set. And, you know, we could just do a translate, right? Can't we do a translate? Translate minus 100 pixels. Or is it a transform? It's transform, isn't it? Transform, translate, and then with a comma. That's what I wanted. Oh, and So we could just do a translate. That's another thing we would do. And that's more characters than replacing this dash dash m. So maybe we don't want to do that. Okay, so m, we're going to say, what are those numbers? Those numbers are going to be minus 200, 82, 242, 0. Is that right? No, that's not right. 242 needs to be the last number, so 0. There, that's how I mean to do that. Okay. It's more negative. 3, 4, 5, 300, 320. All right, so how do we do that final nub? I feel like it's a kind of gradient. And that conic gradient is this color and it's going to have a width 0, 0, let's 200 pixels, 200 pixels. No repeat, and we're going to do what? Transparent. Interesting. Not what I thought it was going to be. Oh, it's at 75%, 75%. Oh, let's put that in the upper corner. So that's how you make that shape. It needs to be smaller, 100 and 100. And then we move it over. And over again. Down and over and down. Okay, so this weird conic gradient, not very efficient, is it? No, it's not. Does that make us happy? Does that make us sad? Maybe that makes us sad. That might make us a little bit sad, but we're gonna play it out. We're gonna pretend like we've chosen something that's okay. How about 110 and 110, and then lower, and then our ats need to be at 70%. Let's just give it some value. 70 pixels. 80 pixels, 80 by 80. And then we add this background color. Plunk. Done. Submit. A very complicated conic gradient with a lot of weird constraints. It's got a center, it's got a background position, it's got a repeat value. It's just not very efficient, and so I think we got to say you have to go away. So we're gonna make a P D, and that's where he shows up. So the margin on this guy what do we need to do? Well, border width is for this guy. Do we just want to override the whole border? No, so we have the border solid, border width 0, 20 pixels, 20 pixels, 0. And then margins, dash dash m. Right now we have values of 40. We'll just copy and paste them, and we know that those are wrong, but they're a starting position. Okay. So what numbers need to change? This number needs to be less. How about 82? It's probably 82, right? 82. Great. Yeah. And then this number needs to go up. 182. Okay. And those borders are, what, too wide? Oh, we need no background. This is a problem. Right now we've got a background of blah content box, so we need background none. Okay. This margin, so the height needs to change as well, doesn't it? Yeah. Interesting. So that margin needs to be more. 6. How about 50? So really, we're just tweaking all these numbers. 92, there it is. And that's 30 and 30. So by contorting this shape, oh, wait, what did I just do? Is that height wrong now? 6. That's interesting. I'm not sure what I changed there, but it was odd. Let's do a var, background var, -b, or this value. And then we're going to get rid of this, and then we're going to short circuit that with a -b colon, and we just unset it by giving this kind of bogus null value. I'm not sure that's reliable, but you could do unset as well. Or, wait, none, and get the same effect, but we're just going to leave it alone and do an empty value. Okay, so height, I kind of am a fan of going full force on the variables so that when I don't have to repeat the keyword height, I just do -h, which I like. I like that a lot. Let's submit that. Is that better than that crazy conic gradient? I think it probably is, actually. The big conic gradient was pretty long. I don't have the science to back that up, unfortunately, because I didn't preserve it. But you could do that as an exercise if you wanted to. You don't have to. It's just no audience participation is required. But it's fun to do the daily CSS battle, and part of why I do it is because I bet other people think that too. Let's see, so I can move this content box to be in front of that hash, and then I lose a space there. Are there other weird things I can get at with this weird solution? I think I could probably change this body to an ampersand, and that's kind of nice. Other than that, I think that's a final answer. Fun, weird, peculiar. And that's a best score for this guy. So what do we got? We have, so the borders are which are the borders? The borders are the outer of each one of these. And if I do what? If I set color for the body, color red, actually, if I set is that a win? If I set color here and do border solid, is that a win in any way? I don't think that's a win. I'm adding the keyword color, which is a bunch of characters. I don't see how that could be better. No, it's not. It's just something that occurred to me. Border width doesn't reduce, unfortunately. If I undo that and undo that, undo, 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 undo. Are there other changes I could make? Not really. I do like the content box. It was one of you folks who suggested a content box. Some other video from the past. And that was great. I always appreciate little tips that are give me a new weapon. I'm less excited by shave a few more characters off, right? Because that's not why I do this. I'm not getting the maximal score for this. I'd be looking at more exotic solutions. But I do appreciate learning more about other ways that I might approach it. And content box, where you got an element and then padding, and in the background is constrained by the padding. I like that. I like being able to do that when I need it. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Go make a web page. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. Be good to everybody. Everybody deserves to be good to. Something like that. That's not really great English. Sorry about that. English is my first and only language, really, for better or for worse. I guess I speak a little Spanish, but not very well. All right, get out of here. Bye.